At CD Projekt RED, we dedicate ourselves to telling immersive stories. Yet with every new project, we set out to make our games bigger, more complex, deeply engaging.
You're a liar!
Story-changing player choices.
You're a liar!
And robust character development.
Confess! Liar! Confess!
The choices you make will shape your story.
Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
Welcome to the next generation of open-world adventure.
You're a liar!
In today's video, I'm going to give my honest thoughts, feelings and opinions to why I do not recommend Cyberpunk 2077 even a year later. Originally, this video was going to be the usual dedicated review style video that you'd normally see on my channel. However, Cyberpunk only has itself to blame. No exaggeration whatsoever, but for the past 3 days I've tried to record this game and only one of my game clips actually survived and was actually viewable without giving someone a headache or making someone sick. Which is funny that I've used the terminology of giving someone a headache, especially because it was all the way up to the point of where your neural device gets that infection. The rest of the footage that I got, well, that was just all stuttery and, well, just laggy. Also, when playing, it felt like my aim was quite floaty, and in some instances I saw some kind of like rubber banding that is more associated with multiplayer games, not an open world single player game, so I don't know what's going on there. The optimization and performance of this game is very dependent on what system you have, but here's the catch. It seems to be somewhat of a lucky dip of what your performance is actually going to be and whether you come across any issues. After doing research and looking at forums, this doesn't seem to just be subject to budget gamers only. No, this has even impacted people with better systems than mine or people with the highest end enthusiast grade hardware. But then on the other hand, someone else will experience no stutter whatsoever with a weaker system. So a word of warning, if you do plan to actually play this game, even if you have the very best of the best gear, this game just isn't optimized well. Obviously, because I was having so many recording issues, I even tried to use the Elgato in order to try and offload from the CPU. Even though I've got a Ryzen 3700X, it shouldn't have really been an issue. In the graphic department as well, a 980 Ti, recording 1080p footage at 60 FPS should have been easy, especially when you consider the cards that are listed for the requirements. I'm pretty sure this game wastes resources on your PC because even with the Elgato, things were still looking kinda choppy. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely want to point it out because I have seen evidence of other people saying stuff like this. However, there could be a possibility that something in my system is slowing down, which is causing those issues. Okay, so fair enough, they have put a lot of work into the major game breaking glitches. However, there are still glitches in this game even a year after. The speed at which they're doing these updates is not very good considering. As you play, you will come across at least one glitch every hour, which isn't bad considering the state that it was in when it launched. It was hard to even call it half a game when it first launched. But given the lifespan compared to other games, it's really not doing so well. It still has glitches. They should be gone by year one. People paid a year ago and still don't have a working game. With putting that aside, because while it isn't major, the main down point to this game, and the reason why I cannot recommend it to anyone, is because of the lies and the broken promises, starting with the player's decisions impacting the story, but it actually doesn't, and this is all the stuff that I found that was in the promotion material that just doesn't add up to what the game is now. Variety when it comes to quests and also AI progression, which are both lies by the way, because the variety in the quest is, well, basically still doing the same thing over and over again. Go here, shoot this guy, steal something, end the game. Quit life and never come back again. Where are these RPG elements that they were talking about as well? Where is all this customization they were talking about. Like, sure, yeah, you can get the modifications and the cybernetics, but as far as customization go, even the character customization seems a little bit dated. This is made even more frustrating because when you do play the game, you can actually see the potential for it to be a really good game. I actually believe that they screwed over literally everyone that was interested in this game, and honestly, I can't even fathom it. I can't comprehend it. Why would you damage your reputation like that? But it's actually even worse for me now, considering that it has been a year and still none of these features have been implemented. So if it's, you know, in the back pocket, maybe they do have the code for releasing that kind of stuff, but where is it? Oh, let me guess, probably in a DLC because it's all about the money. Also, Night City is not this big, vibrant city that has so many different events going on, loads of people to interact with. The only objectives that you get really are the side ones that are all the same, and any interactions with any NPCs kind of feels dry, it feels boring, and man is the story slow. Night City has this feeling of emptiness, and again the narrative, the pacing of it is just so off. I literally could list probably 10 more things what I don't like about Cyberpunk 2077, but at this point that just means I'm ranting. Which is essentially this video in a nutshell. Well, it's not ranting, it's more venting about this and the fact that the promises, man, the lies, the deceit. This game only offers freedom and choice to do a handful of things, really. Your cybernetics, making the decision of whether to go in stealth or whether to go in loud and proud and shoot up the place. And the wisest choice that you'll ever make, and that is not to play the game. Smash that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and do the other YouTube stuff. Comment or something, I don't know.
In 2077, they voted my city the worst place to live in America. Main issues, sky-high rate of violence, and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else. Can't deny it, it's all true. But everybody still wants to live here. This city's always got a promise for you. Might be a lie, an illusion, but it's there, just around the corner, and it keeps you going.